So, welcome to another session of Office Hours. Thank you so much for being here with us. And on today's agenda, we have exteriors. So we will be talking about exteriors. And if you have any questions or suggestions, what would you like to um, see or want me to to do, let me know in the comments, and I will try to show you or explain how it can be done. So we will jump straight into Foyr. So like I won't be showing you any inspirations. We'll just jump straight in, and I will just show you a few examples of how can it be done, how can we plan a garden around the house, use textures, lighting, etc. So yes, again, if you have any questions or suggestions, just type them in the chat. So let me go to the project. You should be able to see it from here. And I just opened this one. And we can go with this one as well, just to show you some examples, and then we can create different ones as well. So first, I will start with creating a garden space. So when we have a house and we want to create garden around the house, the best idea how to do it is to actually draw another room around our house. So here, as you can see, I have another room. If I'll click on it, that's actually the create new product tool that I've created all the sidewalks here on the sides. But let me go with this one. Yeah, as you can see here, we have like a separate room drawn around the house. If I'll go to edit, you can leave either the same height as your floor plan, or you can untick that and you can type in any height that you want. And if you want to have walls visible, so for example, if we want to have our walls on the sides here, then you can choose whichever size of the walls you want. So here, as you can see, I've created like double garden area. So this one is a garden for the house itself, but this area here is just for my rendering to look more realistic. So I've created another room here and brought down all the walls to 0 and applied grass texture and added some trees. So then when we will go and create render and choose our environment, it will blend within the environment and it will just look way more realistic. The same if you would like to create something around around your house, then you can either use the create new product tool, or again, you can draw a room around the house and then apply different textures and create, for example, sidewalks or any other areas that you would like to create. For the exterior, we have a catalog for outdoors. So if you go to catalog and scroll down, then we have outdoor catalog here. So there's many items for your garden to create something nice in there. We have fencing, we have like gazebos, we even have swimming pools. So like you can create a swimming pool. The swimming pool will just go into the ground. You can either use the punch tool or it will just go automatically into the ground. We can actually go to 3D and I can place like swimming pool there somewhere just to show you. And then we will be talking about finishes and how we can change the structure and the look of the building from the outside. So let me go to catalog and we will type in swimming pool. Okay, so let me take this one, for example. You can resize them. And as you can see, they will be already in the ground. So like you don't have to do anything. You can resize them. You can also change the color of the surroundings. And yeah, we have a water that looks actually very realistic on the render. So yes, so like you're able to create like a really lovely exteriors, like add plants. In the catalog, we have loads of plants. So like we have, if you go to landscapes, we have some shrubs, hedges, we have like large trees as well. Yeah, so like you can have a look, and we are actually really able to create a really nice gardens outside. Um, I will go through the building itself now, and we'll talk a bit about lighting and the textures, and then we can go to renderings, and I can show you how you can set your settings for your exteriors for the renderings, so they look nice and not too bright, just nice and professional. Let me switch off the camera now. And again, if you have any questions, just put them in the chat, please. Okay, so let me delete that. So when it comes to creating a shape of the house, any shape you want, even the one that we had here on the office hours, we can create that by either using our room tool and creating like a different rooms. They're like, you know, more stick out and things like that, and then add windows, etc. But we can also use create new product tool to create any shape that we want outside. So for example, here, these are like, I have windows here, and like we have the living room behind it, but you could even create some kind of porch as well, and bring it out from the house, and then apply different textures on it, for example. Let me go with, we'll go with like a new project, and we will start from scratch. So yeah, so like you can see in the making what actually can be done. When it comes to textures, as you know, you can upload your own textures. So like we can use stone, we can use cladding, for example. So there's so many choices that was that house in the intro image done in Foyr? No, I don't think so. That's just an image for I think that's just, let me go back to, yeah, I think that's just image like of a real house. It's not made in the, like you can even see looking at the grass. Yeah, but like we can create something similar, and that wouldn't be too much of a problem with using, for example, create new product tool. So let's take this house as a example, and we can try to create something similar with the windows, and here with the second floor and all, and we can see how that will look. So let me go with the fresh project, and we will start creating a layout for our house first, and then we'll just go straight into exterior. So like we won't be doing anything interior, but like we will just focus on creating the exterior of the house. So first we will create like the main shape. So let's say that we'll have like 15, like a quite a big house. And now let me go back to this one. We have like one sticking out here. So we can create, for example, another room that will be, let's say that here we'll have something that will be sticking out. Now we will do a double height. So so because we want to create like a 2 floors. And then we can add, for example, another one. Can try to add another one here to maybe create something on the side as well. We'll see how that will go. So first of all, I will go with the wall, go to edit, and we will do like a double floor. So let's say that we will stick like with 6 meters, and then this one, edit, we all take the same as floor plan height, and this one will be a bit higher than the rest. So we will do even 6.5 should be okay. So now first, if we will go to the 3D, then as you can see, we can go to actually to file settings and switch off auto hide wall because we will be working with the exterior, so we don't need the auto hide wall. And now for this one, we can remove this wall completely. So like we have more like an open space here. So first we will put in the windows and then we can resize them in 3D, and we will add something like we can see here. So something like that, like another platform, or something like that. Like we can try to create yeah, something similar. If you would like to have them, for example, like the ground floor to be more like to be deeper, and then the first floor to be narrower, then we would have to create the upstairs with the create new product tool. But I will, you know, like I will show you from this example how we can add details around the house so it just looks more interesting. So okay, we will go with a picture window. And we'll just choose a window. Yes, this one. Let's go with this one. We will have loads of windows here. We can also do like a corner ones where they meet in the corner. So let me resize one, and then we will put more windows in. Now let's put another one here. Can actually move them a bit so they meet in the corner. The same we can do here, for example. And we'll leave this side for now plain, and we'll see what we will do with this one here. And then on this side, we will create another one. And this one we can even do like one very long window that it like, you know, just want to go through throughout the that full extended part. But yeah, but we'll see. We will go to 3D, and then we will start to model the house. So let me put another, let's say even one here. And now we will switch to 3D mode. So now we have the windows here. Okay. Let me check something. So we'll do 6 for this one. And then this should be 6.5. And then we have a 6 on this one. Okay. yeah, because I deleted the wall, then it brought up the rest of this room. But now, as you can see, like this one is higher and the rest of it is lower. So yeah, so we have windows on the ground level. And now we can try to create something around the house with the Create New Product tool. And then we will be applying textures. The same with the scene, with the roof. We'll create like a flat roof with the Create New Product tool as well. So first I will go with Create New Product, Create Yourself, and Rectangle. And we will just create like a rectangle here. We can move it up or down later on. So yeah, let me just go here and we will do 0.4. Now we will give it some depth. If you want to move it up and down or resize it, then always remember to give it a depth, some depth first. Okay, so we have something like that here. And then we can create something similar on the other side. So I will just click on done. Now we can lower this part. And we can, for example, apply some lights in there. And now we will go with the clone tool and we will attach it from this side as well. Now go to edit. And here we have 2.886 and we will put this one on the same height. So 2.886. So we know that they are aligned. Now we will put this one slightly here. So they actually meet from this side here. Perfect. And we can resize it this way to the end of the house. Now, if you want it to be to stick out more, then of course you can do that by simply resizing it. You don't have to go to, for example, to modify it. You can simply resize it. But just let me do something because that will be, I think, better. So we will just go with modify and I will actually put it around the house as a one shape. And I think that will be just better. So push and pull, we will push out this one by 0. Let's say 9. And now here, I will take a pen tool and I will simply draw a line. And now push and pull, and I should be able to pull out this part. Yeah, I'm not. I used to be able to do that, but from some time now, I don't know what happened with the Create New Product tool, and I feel like I sometimes have problems to pull out things from the back of the product. It's just like I really wanted it to be one shape. So like when we will be applying texture or whatever, that it will just look better. So let me just go with a different approach about it. So we will go with rectangle tool and I will simply draw a rectangle. I will do a bigger rectangle. Now push and pull. Now we'll bring it down just slightly so I can see the top. And now to modify, turn on the environment, and now another rectangle. Yeah, And we will try to remove that part with the push and pull. Perfect. And now we have only this shape. And I will simply rotate it the other way around. Perfect. Yeah. So now we have something like that, and it goes all the way around the house. Yes, so it is in one piece. Now, if you would like to, for example, create something from the bottom, like another shape where we want to put our lights, for example, or things like that, then you can actually click on it. You can go to modify it, and you can do whatever you want with, for example, that shape. So let's say that I will go with modify, and I will create like an offset of this shape here, for example, something like that. And now we can use, let's say, push and pull, and then we can like put lights in that little cavity, for example. So that can be like another detail added to the outside of the house. You could continue and do the same with this one, or like if you want to have the house to be just like, just to have a feature on one side, then we can leave it like that. Now for the ceiling, for the roof, sorry, that will be the same. So like we can use the create new product tool, and we can simply create the roof. So we will create a roof for this shape. So it actually goes a bit like it will be overhanging a bit, and then we'll create a separate one for this piece that is higher. So again, create new product tool. Create new product tool is actually so useful. You could use like two shapes and like create rectangle from one and then square from the other, if that's easier for you. So like that can be done as well. I just prefer to use the create new product tool. So now we will trace over the existing, like the full, we can even go a bit out, and then we can move it slightly. Now push and pull, and we'll give it some depth. Okay. And yeah, and we can either leave it like that, and then again, we can like create maybe like a small sitting area and just leave the overhang from this side. And I think I will do that. But if not, then you can lower it down as we did with this part here, and go to modify and cut out this part here if you don't want it to be overhanging from this side. I will just slightly move it here. And now for this one, that will be another create new product tool, rectangle, and we will trace over just slightly bigger.
Magda, how did the big roof not go through that square that you're working on?
Well, it is actually inside. Like if you will have a window, you will see that, but we can remove it. Like we can draw around it and we can remove it. I will show you in a second. So this one went the other way. Let me just draw the size of this one, or even like slightly smaller, and we will just resize it. So if I will go inside, then you will see that the ceiling is here. So if you will have, for example, like a very tall window that it will be visible, then what we will have to do, we have to go with modify, turn on the environment, and we will just remove this part. So I will go with the rectangle. I will just trace over rectangle like this one, and with push and pull, I will remove that part, and now there's nothing inside. So like we can go from the inside, and there's no like, additional piece. And with this one, we will simply resize it now, so it's just hanging a bit over. Just remember to switch off the auto hide wall, whatever you're working with the inside, because otherwise, that the walls will be disappearing, and yeah, and that will be very annoying. Like we can do like a one tall, and for example, have like a stairs in that area. So like when you will done your interior, then like you can go outside and start creating your exterior then. So now for the upper part, we can either put the same windows, or like we can have them like, for example, in totally different places. But if we would like to align them, then I will simply take a clone tool and just paste them here. And we will have windows over here as well. Now, when your interior will be ready, it will be everything will be nicely visible inside. Okay. Yeah, so we have the shape of the house. So as you can see, it is not difficult to create something like that. Let me just resize these ones just slightly so they're not. And now we will go with the textures. If you would like to create something around this house here, then we can create another room or use the create new product and start creating, like a garden or something. And I really recommend to do it because, as you know, when you're going to take render, the house will be like, it might look like it's levitating, like it's levitating in the space. So that's why I think that it is better to um, to simply create a space outside and even put a grass on it, or some kind of stone, or whatever, but just to have that area covered around your house. So whatever you're creating a render, your house is pretty much not levitating. Yeah, we'll go to lights in a second. Yeah, so how can we add light on it? So now when we have our exterior ready, we can start applying textures and lighting. So let me first start with applying lights here. So we can either use our LED light strips and like create like a LED light all around, or we can simply go with recessed lights. And for example, put recess lights in that little cavity here. So like we have it here, we can center it. And now we can multiply them and we can add more lights. We can also resize them if we want them to be bigger, smaller, etc. And for example, we can add these lights. So let's say that we will stick with these ones here. You can use, like you can measure everything out if you want to. I'll just simply eyeball it for now. And we can continue on this side as well. That should have like a nice effect later on. Like we will create a render and we will actually see how that will look from the outside. This one and then the last one here. And now we can also add different lights, more like ones that are more visible, and like we can put them, let's say, in the middle of this area here. So we will go to catalog and we will type in wall lights. They will attach to your exterior walls the same as they do for your internal walls. So yeah, so like, there's not too much like a problems there. You will just apply them on the outside instead of your inside walls. Just choose a light. We have some outdoor lighting, but like from these ones here, you can actually choose lights that can go for that will work, like, for your outdoor space as well. Like for example, these ones you can change their texture again in the texture catalog, or these ones, for example. So like have a look. And another one that is great for outdoors, lights like these ones here as well. So like you can use them either indoor or outdoor. Now all depends again on what style you want to achieve. Like with this one, we go quite contemporary. So we will go with very simple lighting. Like we can do like contrasting colors so it is visible, but we will definitely go with more like simple light than anything else. So let me go with the black ones. I actually like the black ones. Okay, these ones. So I will attach one here. Now we can resize them. So let's go here and we'll see what we can do. And now I will put another one here. .7, the same height. And we can also put them on the upper part if you want to, for like an extra effect. And also we can do that with the lights on our roof as well. So if we want to add lights there, as we did on the ground floor, then we can also do that. But I think we will just stick with these small ones, and we'll leave the top part without any lights. As usually, like we don't have lights on the top part, so we'll just leave it without it. Yeah, so we, for example, have something like that. And now we can go and play with some textures. Also, let me go to 2D, and I will just simply create a room around it. Oh, it's like a wall tool. Okay. Now we can go back to 2D and we can click on it, and you can give it a height of the walls that you want. Like they can be very high, or they simply can be lower. Let me see, I think I might have some yellow dots here. Yes, I can see them. Okay. Mhm. So now we will go and we will make it lower. So let's say that we'll do like 1 meter, and then we can actually do invisible material for our ceiling. So it is glitching here for me, unfortunately. Let me go to 3D again, and I will just bring it up slightly. Okay. So now what we have to do, we have to apply invisible material on the ceiling that is around, like, that for that garden that will be around our house. So invisible material, and we will simply cover that up. And on the render, that won't be visible. So now for the textures, we can actually apply even like a grass or something on this area first. Okay. And now we can work with texture for around the house here. Okay, something happened with my... I think it went all the way around. When we move this, it happens sometimes, but we can quickly fix it. Okay. Yeah, perfect. So we have it as it should be. And I'll just bring it slightly lower. Okay, great. So for the finishes, as I've mentioned, you can upload your own textures. So it all depends what would you like to do with your exterior. Also, we can, for example, add like glass balustrade here to create something like a balcony. So that can be done as well. And if you want, we can actually do that too. And then we can start applying textures. Okay, no questions for now, but yeah, so let me go and we will go with the glass.
Magda, I have a quick one.
Yeah,
I looked away for a quick second and I think you did what I missed. You dropped in a big square to make the grassed area.
yes.
Does it not, when you make the walls that go all the way around, does it not make like a floor automatically or not?
Yes, that's a room. So it has floor. I just applied grass material on it. So
Okay.
it is literally a room. I just lowered it down. I covered the ceiling with invisible material and I added a grass. So when we will go to take a render, the house is actually it like you don't have
Oh.
it doesn't levitate. So like even
Yeah, I
if
get
we
it.
will like put some trees here and then we will go with, let's say, environment for the forest, then we can actually look we can make it look quite realistic. So like if I will add some hedges, shrubs and trees even here on the corners, they will blend in with the environment and it will just look way more realistic. If you don't do this, then the house will look like it's levitating in a space.
Got it. I
Yeah.
understand now. Thank you.
No worries. So yes, so that's why, like, when I'm working with the exterior, I always prefer just to add that outdoor space. Yeah, just for it just to, make it look more realistic. So yeah, so let me add, like, maybe that will be like a glass railing or something like that. Because yeah, perfect. But this one is L shape, and here is frameless glass We can check this one. Yeah, so we could even do something like that, for example. If you want to move it and it's just not happening, object snapping off, and then we have full control and you can place it whenever you want. So yeah, so we could create something like that, for example, as a glass railing to go all around and add like another point of a bit of an interest. We will resize this part slightly. Go here and then we will resize this one as well. You can make them, of course, identical if you have more time. And now again, here, rotate it. Zoom in if you're not sure what you're doing. You can always zoom in. Okay, yeah, so we can create something like that, for example, yeah, just to add like more detail. And now for the textures, we can actually go to catalog and type in something like cladding and see if there's anything in there that we can actually put on the outside of our building. And then like resize it, for example, like this one that will be like a full size, so you won't be able to like we should be able to create openings with the punch tool, I'd say, but we can do like a multiple textures to make it more realistic. Claddings like that, they are quite popular with wood, and that can be mixed with some kind of aluminium or even like metal that can be exposed to environment. So yeah, now we can go with maybe like a stone texture, and we could always create something with the create new product tool as well, like for example like a paneling or something like that outside, or like a different type of cladding. You're free to do that as well. So we have some kind of stones here. Again, if we want, like if you want really something very specific, then you can upload your own. We can go with the texture size, and we can slightly resize it. And apply any textures we want. So
I have
let's
a
go.
question about that stone. If you wanted to change it to a different hue, because it already has like multiple shades of that gray, how could you drop in another?
Yeah, we can try. We can go with select color, and like it will all the parts will go, for example, darker or lighter. So like if, for example, we want
Okay.
it to be very dark, then all of the parts will go. That's the thing with the textures. If you apply texture and you want to change the hue, then the hue will change for all the components in the texture. If you will like, if we have something drop like here dropped from catalog, and I will go to textures, then we have three different kinds of textures. So like you can change and like you can apply three different textures. But for unfortunately for textures from a texture catalog, or for the ones that you're uploading, that is read as a single image, single like a texture. So that's why you're not able to change the components of it. So like, for example, we have grout, or like we have 2 or 3 different colors of the stone. So like all of them will go either darker or brighter. Like you will still see the variation, but like you're not able to create like a separate ones, if you know what I mean. For now, I think I will go with the wood on this side here. I don't like the stone. And now for this part here, we can search for like a plaster, or like a concrete effect, or something like that. So like we have, for example, plaster painted wall texture. We can do something like that. We can even make it a bit darker if we want. And then we can apply it to whichever part of the house we want it to be. Let's say that we'll do this part here. Oh. And then we can apply a different one on our roof as well. So let me remove these. We have baseboards here, and I don't want them. Yes, okay. We don't want the baseboards because like we don't have any baseboards on the outside of the building. So yes. Okay, so we have this, we have this. Now we can apply something again different. If you want like a multiple textures, then you can apply again something different on this part here, or we can make it like brighter color to stand out. So let's go with this one. And for this one, we will apply this over here, and also, oh yeah, so like you have to be careful when you're working on, for example, on this angle, so like you don't hit the ceiling that we hidden with the create new product tool. Okay, so we have something like that, for example. We could do actually white color, but I will just leave it like that. And now we will take like a black for the roof. And we can go with like more like metal finish, like aluminium or something like that, or I will go with the powder coated, and the roof will be black. Now, when you have your roof, we have to be careful that we don't have like that your roof is high enough so it doesn't cover your ceiling inside, because sometimes that might happen. So if that's the case, you can just bring it up again, and you should be fine. Okay, so we have something like that here. Let me just slightly move this one because I think that I have like gap there on the other side. I do. I'll just bring this part slightly in. Perfect, it should be fine now. Okay, so we have the house. Just let me put like some trees around, and then we will create the render and we'll see how it will look. And okay, we have only 2 minutes left.
Magda,
Oh,
where did you get that geometric wall
which one?
pattern? The geometric wall on the right that you put in the pattern?
This one?
Yeah,
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 so
where did you
that's
get that?
from catalog. I just type in cladding and you just apply it and resize it. You can apply multiple ones, for example. So this is like a black and walnut reception wall. So like you can use that for the exterior as well.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So let me jump quickly to just to the renderings. We will leave the trees out and I will just quickly try to create a render. Okay, let's go with this one. We'll just move it slightly so there is not too much of a light. You can move the sun around if you want. And now with the lighting, we will go to product lighting and we will turn on the exterior on. We can try with medium, sorry, with low and see how that will look. And then if it's too dark for you, you can try with medium or with high. So let me go with the preview. That will be faster because with creating the rendering that might take a bit, but we'll see what will come up. We can of course go to lighting and we can try to add all the lights here and then again turn them on or off. We can actually have them on. You can also try to do it on the evening time. The exterior looks actually quite nice in the evening. Yeah, so like we have this one, we have the lights on, and as you can see, like we have grass. We could we could do something with the exterior, but it actually looks okay. Let me go even with like a 4K, maybe 4K will be faster and we can see how that's done. We're out of time, but if you all have time, we can just wait for the render to be done. And if you have any questions in the meantime, please ask away and I will try to quickly answer some of them. But yeah, hopefully that render will be done within a minute or so. So yeah, so as you can see, you can create the overall shape with your room or wall tool, then change the height accordingly. And any other elements, you can create them with the create new product tool or with the shapes. Just remember that when you're creating additional items with shapes, you can only apply one texture on the shape. So like whatever shape you will choose and you will apply the texture, it will go to the full shape. Where if you create it with the create new product tool, you can apply different textures on different components. So like I can apply different texture on this area here. I can apply different texture here, different texture on the bottom. So that's the main difference. And of course, you have more freedom as well because like you can really create any shapes and sizes you want with the create new product also. I would recommend to use it. As you could see, it is really easy to use it to create the cutouts, cavities, etc. So for any other like different components, you can do that. Now, for example, when we have this area here, in here the covered one, like we could create another like rectangle or something with the create new product tool, and let's say to do like a patio and put some furniture. And around the house again, we can also do with a create new product tool like some sidewalks or things like that. Yeah, so like if you need to create like a full exterior, not only exterior of the house, then you can simply play with it. Just remember to create like additional room around your house. Laura, this session was so insightful. Thanks, Magda. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, we were actually hoping that this one will be, um, quite interesting. I don't think that we did exteriors before, so yeah, that should be ready within few minutes. If you have any questions, ask away, or any suggestions maybe for next office hours. This is actually my last office hours this year, so I will see you all in New Year. So before we finish, I want to wish you all a beautiful Christmas. If you're not doing Christmas, then just a beautiful time and a lovely, slower end of the year where you can actually take some time and have rest and theater room. Yeah, we can think about it. Thank you, Julie. And yeah, and I will see you all next year. So yeah, that hopefully will be done soon. If not, you've seen the preview that it actually looks nice. So yes, play with the exterior lighting, play with the environment, and yeah, and you should be fine. Yes, happy holidays and happy new year for all of you, from me and from everyone in Foyr. We really thank you for this year, and we're hoping to have loads more sessions in the new year. It goes slowly, and like usually the 4K it goes a bit faster, but yes, I can wait another few minutes. Now imagine if you would do the interior of the house, how different that will look like with all the lights that you have inside and all the rooms, etc. Remember to create the second floor with the create new product tool. So yeah, the same way as we created the our roof, you can create the second floor, and when you finish your inside, then through the windows, just to see inside of the house, the render would look even more realistic and nice. Yeah, that should be done within seconds now. Okay, so we have it here. Just let me share the desktop, and you should be able to. Okay, can you see that? Yeah, you should be able to see that. Yeah, so like we have the outside, and then we have the lights here. So yeah, it actually looks pretty nice, even with the trees around. It looks realistic. And if you will add some more plants, so like the wall is not visible here, it will look even more realistic. So thank you, Laura. That came out so well. Yeah, it actually did. So as you can see, it's not difficult to play with your exterior. Use your imagination, upload textures if you need any particular one. And so, yeah, so that's all from me for
Magda,
today.
I have a question.
Yeah.
See the backdrop trees, the forest, they're like too big actually.
Yes,
Is
well,
there a
do you
way
know,
to
that's
make it small?
we're not able to play with the environment,
No.
unfortunately, like to make
Mm.
it larger or smaller. You can create your own backdrop, so like create a wall and then
Oh
add
yeah.
your own environment. But yeah, that's the thing with the environment, that we like we're not able to play with it the same, like we're not able to place the house, let's say, sitting on the ground or things like that. because like the environment that works only as like background. Yeah, so like unfortunately we're not able to change that.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, thank you so much, and we'll see you next year.